Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to sew the circle dress you see on your thumbnail. I'm going to make use of this fabric. Yes, please, if you are watching me and you have not yet subscribed, consider subscribing, like and share this video for me. It's very important. I beg you guys. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to first cut the down parts, and then later we'll cut the upper part. I'm going to use a length of 40 inches to sew this dress, and so I'll deduct the shoulder to waist from it. And so my shoulder to waist is 17. So when I deduct 17 from the 40 to remain 23, so we are going to cut a circle length of 23. Do you get it? Okay, now I'm going to cut the circle front different from the back. Do you get it? So I'll open my fabric this way. Okay, and I'm going to fold it in a triangular form. Do you get it? So this is it. This is how I folded it. I'm going to cut full circle, but with a full circle I'll cut front separate from the back. Do you get it? I'll cut front separate from the back, and we have folded this into two. So the measurement we'll get, we'll multiply it by 2 because we have folded this into 2. Do you get it? So full circle, we are going to use a waist measurement of 38. Now the 38, I'm going to divide it into 2. As I said, I'm cutting back different from front. So when I divide it into 2, it's going to be 19. And so the 19, I'll add 1 to it. That's going to be 20. I'm going to make 20 divided by 3.14. And that's because it's for half a circle. Do you get it? 3.14. 3.14 is for half a circle. So 3.14, when I divide 20 by 3.14, is going to give me 6.3. 6.36, so almost like 6.4. And so let's say it's 6.5. So that 6.5, we are going to multiply it by 2, and that is going to give us 13. Do you get it? 13. And so I multiplied it by 2 because I folded this into 2. Do you get it? So 13. Now, so 13, you just place your tape measure here at the edge here, and then measure 13 all round. Do you get it? 13 all round. So this is the 13. Now let's measure and see what we will get at the end of the day. So 10.25. 10.25 meaning when I open up, it's going to give me 20.5. 20.5. So if it's 20.5 and I take the 19 from it, it will remain 1.5. 1.5 for my waist allowance. So 1.5 is not enough. At least I should get 3 inches extra, because for me I like allowance. So instead of marking at 13, I'm going to add extra, because of if you don't want too much allowance, this is okay. Do you get it? But I want at least 2 inches allowance on each side. Do you get it? If you don't want it, then that's okay. You can cut it at the same thing. So I'm adding 1 inch to the 13, make it 14. Okay. So just mark it. Add the allowance that you want to it, or at least 1.5 inch allowance on each side. Do you get it? So let's measure this one also. Okay, so what I have here is 11 inches. 11 inches times 2 is going to give me 22. Do you get it? And so 22, if I deduct my 19 from it, it will remain 3 inches. So this is for the back, 3 inches. So at the end of the day, I am going to have 1.5 inch on each side. Do you get it? 1.5 inch on each side. And this is okay. This is okay for me. We are going to make use of the length of 23, but we are going to add extra 2 inches allowance to it. Now you can add 1 inch for sewing up and down. You get it? The down, joining the lining to it. But I'm even going to add 3 inches, not 2 inches. I'm going to make it 3 inches because I would want to fold the down parts inside very well. I want to fold it in. So I'm going to add 3 inches. So the 23, I'll add 3 inches and then make it 26. Do you get it? So I'll just place my tape measure here. This is where my 26 is. Do you get it? I want to fold it inside very well. Yes. 26. Okay. Let me make it 26.5. So 26.5. I'll take it all round from the waistline. Okay, so okay, then we'll come here too and then cut the waist. So let's see, this is it. So I even have 23, which is okay. So at the end of the day, if I take my 19, I will have like 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll still get my 2 inches on each side. So this is for, I'm going to place this, fold the fabric, place this on it, and then cut for the front. So this is for back. So I've folded the fabric. I'm going to place this on it for the front part. Now remember, the front part has zip, so you are going to consider the zip allowance for this. Do you get it? So let me see what I have here. I should get at least 2 inches, so I have 2 inches here, which is okay. So I'll place it here and then mark the 2 inches all through. 2 inches for zip allowance. I'll place my long ruler here and then mark the 2 inches. Okay, the down part too. So you're going to cut this. So this is it for front and back. And so at the end of the day, the front part, you're going to divide it into 2. And so you're going to put this aside, and then we are going to cut for the upper part. You are going to cut for the upper part. The upper part, you are going to make use of this. Yes, this pattern, I have it there. I have the video there, so I'm going to leave it there for you to watch so that you know how to come by this. So this is going to be for the upper part, the front part of the upper part. Do you get it? So I'll leave the link there for you to know how to come by shoulder, bustier, that. You get it? Okay guys, so I folded the fabric and placed this on it. Let's mark our 2 inches for the zip allowance. So 2 inches will be here, 2 inches, you see, 2 inches. Okay, so I'll place it exactly on the 2 inches. So this is it. Okay, this is up to my waist plus half plus allowance. Do you get it? Now here, instead of marking exactly on this, I'm going to add, how do you call it, half inch to it. Do you get it? Half inch, so that when I join to the other side, it will be equal. Do you get it? Cut everything short. I can push this a bit and get the half inch. So 2.5 here, 2.5 here, 2.5 here. Okay, do you get it? So then we'll mark exactly here. Okay, so I'm going to cut this out. So this is it. So at the end of the day, we'll divide this into 2. We'll divide this into 2. Okay, so I've placed this on it. I've folded this one. I'm not going to add any allowance to this side or this side. I have enough allowance here. Do you get it? On this side, so to take care of all of that, I have about 4 inches allowance. This pattern I made it for future and every other area. So if I have to reduce, I can reduce it. So the 4 inches, I will even take about 2 inches from it. Do you get it? So I have enough, so I'm not adding anything to this. So let me just mark it out. So I have this. Okay, now I don't have a pattern for the back, so I'm going to fold the back and then we'll cut the back. So this is it for the back, what I'm going to use for the back. And so I'm going to place my measurement on it. Now what I did was to divide my measurement, my bust, into 4, and then I added 3 inches to it. Do you get it? For that, and also for extra allowance. Okay, so I'm going to place the shoulder. My shoulder is 16. Divided into 2 is going to be 8. Then I'll add half inch for sleeve. So that's going to be 8.5. Do you get it? Okay. For the neck width, I'm going to make use of 3 inches neck width. Yes, 3 inches. And then the neck deep for the back, I'm going to make use of 1.5. 1.5. You can make it 2 inches. 1.5. Now I'm using an armhole of 20, between 19 and 20. So divided by 2, 19 is going to give me 9.5. Do you get it? So I'm going to make it 9. Okay, 9.5 is okay. So I placed it at where the back measurement ends, and then mark 9.5 here. Okay, so I'll come here also and mark the same 9.5. So this is it, and then we are going to join this also. Okay, so this is it for the whole side. Now I'm going to use this to get my neck shape. So this is for the back neck. Come down here for shoulder slope 1 inch for shoulder slope. Then I'm going to join it to the neck width here. Okay, so I also place this here and then draw my armhole curve. Do you get it? Now let's come to the waist. I'm going to have the waist measurement of 38 divided by 4 is going to be 9.5. 38, when you divide it by 2, is going to be 19. 19 divided by 2 is going to be 9.5. And so when I place my tape measure here, this is 9.5. Then I'm going to add 1 inch for that. So 1 inch here, that is going to be 10.5. And then I'll add 2 inches for extra allowance. So I have 1, 2 here, 12.5. So I'm going to mark 12.5 here. You get it? So I'm going to take my ruler and then place it here from the armhole to the waist. I'm go ahead and cut now. So this is the back part, this is the front side, and then this is the middle for the front. So I'm going to place the neck measurements, same thing, on it before I'll divide it into 2. You get it? So the neck width, this is where the allowance is. You get it? I'll place it here. This is where my 2 inches zip allowance is. You get it? This is the 2 inches. This is where the 2 inches is. So I'll place it here and then mark my 3 inches. Okay, the 3 inches. And then the neck deep for the front, I'm going to mark 4.5. You can mark 5 inches. Yes, but I'm going to mark 4.5. So 4.5 or 5 inches to be okay. Let me place it on this line and mark the same 4.5 because okay. So I'm going to place this here to get my neck measurement. Sorry, to get my neck shape. You get it? So I'm going to get the neck shape. So I'm going to join it. I went off a bit, which is okay. So I have a straight line here. So this side is going to be the zip allowance. So I'm going to cut this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here by 1/2 inch for the shoulder slope because I did not do slope there. I'm coming here by 1/2 inch because when I join the other one, it's going to be 1 inch at the armhole side. So you see, this place I've already done the shoulder slope. Okay, so I can go ahead and cut it. Then okay, so at the end of the day, everything will be equal when I join. Do you get it? So this is it for the front part. I'm going to divide it into two. Okay, so front parts, you see, and back parts. Okay, so we are going to cut the sleeve. This is for the sleeve. Okay, we are cutting a long sleeve. Now I need a sleeve length of 23, at least 23. What I have here is 26. At the end of the day, I'll fold 2 inches inside, and then I'll use ½ inch for to join it to the dress. Do you get it? Now my armhole 20 inches. That is my armhole is 20, so divided by 2 is going to be 10. I'll folded this fabric into 4. Do you get it? So I'm going to cut for 2 sleeves. So the 10 inches, I added some allowance to 8, 1 inch to 8. 1 inch to 8. You can add 2 inches to it, and that will be okay. But I added 1 inch, and that will be fine. So this is it. Okay, so I'm going to place my tape measure here and mark 4 inches, between 4 and 5. So I'll mark 5 inches. Yes, you can mark 4 inches. It's standard for sleeve for adults. Do you get it? And I'm going to join it to this. I'm going to use my free hand to do this. So I'm going to come here like this, and then shape it to this. So I hope you can see the shape very well, the mark very well. Okay, so this is it. You see, now I'm going to measure what I have here. I have 12.5. Do you get it? So I'm going to divide it into 2, and that is going to be 6.25. So 6.25 will be here. So I'm going to come here by ½ an inch, and then get my how do you call it, the front armhole. Do you get? So I'm going to join from this point to meet the upper part here. Do you get it? And then this will go down to meet this. Do you get it? So it's like this. So this is going to be for front armhole. This is going to be for back armhole. I hope you can see it very well. Now, when it comes to the wrist, the wrist I'm using is 9 inches. So 9 divided by 2 is going to be 4.5. Do you get it? So I'll place 4.5 here. This is 4.5, but I will need allowance. So I'm going to add 2 inches to 8, and that's going to be 1 to 6.5. So 6.5 here. You see? So I'm going to join it from this point to here. So this is it. Now we can go ahead and cut it. Okay, so this is it for our basic long sleeve. Do you get it? So I'm going to create a notch here, you see, the middle part. Then I'm going to open it into two. Then we are going to cut this side for the front armhole. Okay. So this is going to be for front armhole. So let me mark wrong side, and so when you put the two together this way, you realize that this side is high and this side is low. So the lower part will go to the front and this will go to the back. And so this is it for our basic sleeve, long sleeve. And then this is it, front and back of the upper parts of the dress, you see. And then this is the down parts of both front and back. So as I said, we are going to divide the front part into two. So in our next video, we are going to do the sewing in the next video, and that will come with the lining. I'll place all of this on lining and then cut lining for it, making sure that I'll reduce the lining, the length of the lining, because I'm going to fold this inside. Do you get it? So this is it, guys, for it. Thanks so much for watching. Consider subscribing, like and share this video. Bye bye.